Now, we have a statement from Diane Sayer pointing out the absurdity of some of the opinions that Scott Garrett and others like him insist on clinging onto.
I'm Diane Sayer. I'm a candidate for the U.S. House of Representatives in the state of New Jersey, and I'm standing here in front of a Rogers locomotive at the Rogers Locomotive Works in Paterson, New Jersey. It was a Rogers locomotive that was the Union Pacific train on the day that the two trains met in 1869 and the Golden Spike was driven in on the Transcontinental Railroad. Now, I'm here today because it has come to my attention that Congressman Garrett actually did not accept my invitation for him to leave the country and has been insisting on continuing the Aaron Burr Tory traitor tradition in the U.S. House of Representatives. Yesterday, there were historic hearings in the U.S. Congress on the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission of Phil Angelides. And Congressman Garrett's comment in those hearings was that he said, "We expected you to come to us with conclusions." Well, apparently Congressman Garrett either doesn't know how to read or he's lying. If he doesn't know how to read, that might be better because we wouldn't want him getting addicted to using a teleprompter like certain other political figures that we know. However, the first 13 pages of this book are nothing but conclusions. In fact, the chapter is called Conclusions of the Financial Crisis Inquiry Commission. And the first conclusion is, we conclude this financial crisis was avoidable. Now, why would Congressman Garrett want to lie about the contents of this report? Well, perhaps because this report provides the documentation into how we got into this financial crisis, and it demonstrates that Lyndon LaRouche's proposal that we immediately reinstate FDR's Glass-Steagall Act is the first step to reversing this. In fact, what the Commission states without proposing a solution is that, in fact, nothing that they document as the causes of the crisis has been changed to this point. Now, I also learned that Congressman Scott Garrett is complaining about the Dodd-Frank bill. He says that the Dodd-Frank bill is like a freight train of rules and regulations that will devastate the country by eliminating jobs in the financial sector, just as jobs have been lost in the manufacturing sector. Well, Congressman Garrett, can you tell the difference between this and a locomotive? This is the Dodd-Frank bill. That's a locomotive. This has virtually no impact except to increase the bubble. That should be the driver of the whole U.S. economy. So I would stand by my recommendation that if you don't like the general welfare clause of the Constitution, you might want to find another country to go to where they don't have one. I would also like to add, in response to Mr. LaRouche's comments on the situation in Wisconsin and many other states, that it is not the case that we have to put up with this kind of insanity because President Barack Obama is opposed to organizing any of the solutions. If you look at the situation in Ireland and Egypt, what's very clear is that it's possible to remove President Barack Obama, and I would say that this train could serve a very useful purpose in that regard. Thank you.